Today is April 24th, 2025. This is Greg Casamento. We're going to call the IDA governance meeting. Kelly, do we have an agenda for the meeting?
Yes, we do. Apologies, the scanner was down in the office this morning, so everybody here has it. Greg, did you get it? Daryl should have been able to send it to you. Check your last email from Daryl.
Yep, I have it now. So I understand the first item on the agenda is a discussion of compliance reporting.
It is. Shall we do a roll call first?
Sure.
Great. So for governments, Greg Casamento.
Here.
Sarah Lansdale. Here. Josh Slaughter.
Here.
Brian Wiedenbender.
Here.
Chris Damianos.
Here.
Great. Okay, all set.
All right. So the first item on the agenda is compliance reporting discussion. Kelly,
Yes.
do you want to give a report to the committee?
Yes, thank you. So we are in the final stages of completing our parish reporting to ABO, the Authority's Budget Office. We will be submitting that report by the end of this month. Unfortunately, it wasn't ready for the committee to review this morning. So we will be requesting that we now, well, we're going to go ahead and submit. So we're going to retroactively in May ask the board to approve the parish.
Ratify. Yeah. Ratify.
Thank you. Sorry, couldn't get the word. But everything is pretty much in order. Lori is just finishing up the pilot information, and we did have to work pretty hard to convince people to some folks to get us the appropriate information, but we have. I want to thank Peter, who worked very hard on the parish with me this year. It was great to have such a great partner. And Daryl, as always, Daryl and Lori do, it's really a team effort. Joe jumped in and helped us in the end, and it's closing down. We have 147 applicants, so it's a pretty big job. So that is the report on Paris. We can probably move on to the next item, Greg?
Well, before we do that, do any of the other committee members have any questions? No? All right. So yes, we can move on to the next agenda item under policies and procedures.
Okay, terrific. So under policies and procedures as required by the ABO, we do an annual review and re-adopt the current policies or make modifications to existing. So this morning we are proposing, I've been working closely with Andrew and Bob Ryan, who works for Harris Beach. Bob is known by me anyway as he helped us 10 years ago actually develop the policy and procedures manual. So we would like to request that staff work with Bob to update some of those policies, as was the direction of some board members. It has been a long-standing policy of the Suffolk County IDA to mirror the AME and Suffolk County agreement. And we've always done that quite informally, or formally. So what we'd like to do at this point is suggest that we adopt Section 8, which is time for performance and services. And any other recommendations Bob may have for us to update the policies to be more in line with current, because it's been a decade since we looked at that. So in addition, Sarah brought the county has some additional reports that the IDA does not have, one of which is a dual outside employment report. So she's asked us to take a look at that. So at this point, we're not asking for any formal adoption. We just want to be able to review this policy manual work with Bob Ryan and get his recommendations, which hopefully we can present at the next meeting or in the latest, the June meeting.
Okay.
Any?
I don't have any questions. Do any other committee members have questions?
Just want to make a comment. I think that's a good idea to look at that and take on this effort. So thank you, Kelly.
Sure. Terrific. Next agenda item is, the board has asked that I report on Canon USA. And I think it's my understanding, Greg, that the board would like, a monthly report. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm sure everybody's aware that, there was an, excuse me.
If I may
Yes.
interrupt you, Kelly, I'm going to make a recommendation to the chair of this committee that we proceed in executive session on this issue. There may be potential litigation. And I think being prudent, we should go to executive session based on the potential litigation recognized by the open.
All right. Does anyone make a motion to go to executive session?
There's a second.
All right. All in favor? Aye. Abstains or noes? Hearing none, Kelly will move to executive session.
Okay, Greg, I'll dial you in.
Okay, thank you.
There. Greg, we're good to go.
We're moving out of executive session. In executive session, the committee discussed the Canon situation. The committee is going to recommend to the full board that the board issue a statement regarding the board's position on Canon. We note that Canon reported to us in the fourth quarter of 2024 through attestations of Canon employees and representatives that they were in compliance with the employment numbers required under Canon's agreements with the Suffolk County IDA. We also note that the recapture period, the 100% recapture period of any benefits provided to Canon does not run until December of 2028. We're going to recommend to the board that the board request from Canon on a quarterly basis, quarterly reports on finance, ops, and employment numbers from Canon. We also noted that there was a letter in July 2024 from the board's counsel, Mr. Wexler, to Canon, reminding Canon of their contractual obligations and covenants in their agreements with the IDA on their employment numbers. And I think that summarizes, unless any other committee members have anything else that they want to note that the board discussed, the committee discussed, excuse me.
Yeah, you want to make a correct amendment to that, Josh?
Yeah, Greg, just want to make a quick correction. It's December 2027.
Oh, thank you.
That's 100% recapture.
Recapture period runs through December 2027. Thank you. Anything else? All
Nope.
right. Seeing that, I will make a motion to adjourn the Governance and Compliance Committee meeting.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any noes or abstentions? Committee adjourned.
Thank you.